Hello and welcome to our third video regarding the series of Ahom Dynasty. Ami joabar Sukhamfa loke korisilu hoy nai khora raja. So aji ei episode ami Sukhamfar pisor junbur raja ahise ebu cover korim. Of course sob raja to aji cover koribo nwarim but jiman paru ei raja bu cover kori pine we will try to finish Ahom Dynasty with one video after another. Okay, so let's start. So joabar ami kar bikhoy pohisilu suhumuhor bikhoy hoy nai, and we studied about the tekhete ji notun reforms anile. For example, notun junbur post tekhete junbur create korile. We spoke about the Turbak invasion hoy nai, and tar pisot ami kar kotha patilu Khonsan Borpatra Gohai. We spoke about whom? Mula Gabhoru, Frasengmung. So hebur dangor junbur personalities hoy ami joabar video hebur kotha discuss koru. Okay, so as you can see, like I said, ki Ahom Dynasty produced some great warriors, brave hearts, okay, which made this jar karone ei dynasty to bahut dinor loke sustain koribo parile, that they ruled for 600 years, and that is not which is not something that you can see in any dynasty. Okay, so etia ami sam tumar Pratap Singhor bikhoy. Etia Pratap Singh কোন asile? Pratap Singh hoy Sukhamfar putek. Okay, he was the son of whom? Sukhamfa. Sukhamfa কোন asile? Khora raja. Mon ase moi koisilu ki ejon raja ase june who used to limp karon bhorit injury hoisile, and then that injury to tekhetor hodai kar thaki gol, and because of that he kept limping throughout his life. Okay, or because tekhete olop lengurai kotha khus karisile he karone tekhetok khora raja boli koa koisile. Okay, and the thing about khora raja is that he is the longest reigning Ahom king. And for how many years did he reign? For 51 years. Okay, he reigned for how many years? 51 years. So he is the longest reigning Ahom king. Okay, so khora raja time ote ki hoisile Ahom hokol apunar junbur Kush dynasty hoy. Okay, Kush dynasty, they were defeated by the Kush king. And who was the Kush king then? The famous Narnarayan and his brother, who is the commander in chief, Silarai. And then when the Ahoms were defeated, etia ki hoisile Treaty of Majuli. Now, this is not the first battle that the Kush has won, and this is not the first battle that the Ahoms have lost. Okay, there were so many other battles where the Ahoms have won too. Okay, but a Treaty of Majuli, along etu time of Kush kingdom juntu ruler hoy Naranarayan and Silarai, they became very powerful by that time. Okay, and the Ahoms had to pay a heavy war indemnity because of that. All right, so let's move ahead now. Now next we come to one of the greatest Ahom kings of all time. Jak ami ki boli kau? Pratap Singh boli kau. Okay, eya hol tekhetor juntu, this is his Hindu name. However, his Ahom name is Susenfa. So, and he ruled from 1603 to 1641. Okay, and his rule is very significant. Okay, it's very important. Tumarke jodi swa from Assam's point of view, his rule is one of the most important rule karon imane changes anisile, reforms anisile, administrative reforms anisile. Okay, labor force of reforms anisile. So he karone ei tekhetor rule to amar karone bahut beshi important hoy jay. Okay, even from exam point of view you will see you try questions tekhetor rule time opra ahe. Okay, it was also during his time that we come to know about whom? Momai Tamuli, who is one of the greatest administrator of all times. Okay, so etia Susenfa ami bahut namere jano. Okay, আমি খালি এটা নামেৰে নহয় প্ৰতাপ সিংহ বুলি নহয় আমি তেখেতক একদম সুসেনফা বুলি জানো Aru ki namere jano baki baru? Like I said, do you remember I told that his father ruled for a very long time? He was the longest, he was the one who ruled for the longest time. So he kane tumalke etu kotha bhabi sabo para ki deutake jodi iman dinorloke rule korile tene hole to dunjon putek hoy boyoh olop hoi gol. He is not going to be like any other prince or newly appointed king, isn't it? Ami janeke bhabu ki prince pur young hoy, 18-20 years old hoy. Kintu Susenfa time or jetia Susenfa roja hobole hol, by that time his father was old and even Susenfa ro bahut boyoh hoi gol. Aur he karone tekhetok budha roja buliu koy. Okay, he is also known as the Budha Raja. Now, the other name is that, as you can see, that tekhet olop mane matured age of Raja hoisile. Okay, so he karone tekhetor olop juntu intelligence hoy, it was quite different from the others who came before him. Okay, iman rash decisions noloisile tekhete. Okay, kiba ta decision tekhete ba kiba ta bostu bhabi chinti step loisile. So he karone etu koa jay ki tekhet bahut buddhimanu asile. And that's the reason why his other name was ki hoy? Buddhi Sarvanarayan. Okay, so etialoke ami keta naam palu? 1, 2, 3, 4 aru eta naam ase tekhetor. Okay, the other name is Gajapati. Ita Gajapati naam tu tekhete ei kane pale because he had a, you know, he used to love dealing with elephants. Bahut knowledge asile elephants or bikhoy, hati bikhoy bahut knowledge asile, nije tekhete train korisile, nije hati dhorisileo. Okay, he used to take care of them, nije tekhete train kore, nije tekhete sai jodi kiba okhukia hati ahe ba kiba hoy, he himself used to take care. To koa jay ki 1000 tatkoi beshi hati tekhete dhorisile. Okay, aur tekhetor nijo courtot rakhisile. So he karone ami tekhetor aru eta naam ki buli jano? Gajapati. Gaja mane hati hoy nai. So he karone his name is also Gajapati. So you understand ki iman bur naam jodi koa Susenfa boli jodi kunubai koy ba Budha Raja buji jaba they are talking about Pratap Singha. And this man, just like his name, you know, just like his names, iman kita janeke tekhetor naam ase, tekhetor himanta qualities u asile, innumerable qualities. Okay, bahut beshi moi janeke koisu changes and entire Ahom dynasty tekhete change kori disile, system to administrative to military changes. Okay, so into labor force hoy hebu sob changes it was brought in by Susenfa. And history janeke duos good ase no, janeke olop agote moi janeke koi golu Silarai aru kar kotha Naranayana kotha. These two brothers, these duos are the ones who changed the fate of Kush kingdom, hoy nai, made Kush kingdom one of the most powerful kingdom. And same way e Pratap Singha time Pratap Singha titia ahisile Momai Tamuli boli manu ejon, Momai Tamuli. And these two formed such a, make such a duo june bahut beshi contribute korile Ahom society. Okay, june bahut beshi changes anile. And Momai Tamuli was a great administrator, he was a great politician, and tekhetor warfare knowledge bahut beshi asile, military knowledge u beshi. Just because he is administrator doesn't mean ki tekhet khali administrative work ote asile. Even when it comes to military warfare and everything, tatu tekhetor knowledge bahut beshi asile. And Momai Tamuli kar deutak hoy gom pai na he? Lasit Borfukon. Lasit Borfukonor deutak. Okay, we will learn about Momai Tamuli later, but etia ami Susenfar contributions bur ba Susenfai time ot ki hoy gol, let's learn about that. Okay, etia the first thing that happened during Susenfa is the worship of what? Durga. Okay, Durga Puja first time celebrate কৰা হ'ল যেতিয়া সুচেনফাৰ ৰজা বনিলে আৰু এটো ক'ত হৈছিলে শিৱসাগৰত হৈছিলে Okay, so for the first time Durga Puja was celebrated where in the first জেগাডোখৰ ক'ত হৈছে এটো শিৱসাগৰত হৈছিলে Okay, so he brought in the artisans and এনেকে যোনটো sculpture হয় এটা দুৰ্গাৰ বনাই মেলি it was celebrated in the royal in presence of the royals আৰু কোনটো জায়গা শিৱসাগৰ কোনটো জায়গা বুলি কোৱা যায় নামটো হৈ গল ভাটিয়াপাৰা Okay, ভাটিয়াপাৰা ক'ত আছে ভাটিয়াপাৰা শিৱসাগৰত আছে So you can see that for the first time Durga Puja was celebrated. Now so Ahom hokol Hindu nasile, but the penetration of Hindu happened step by step with one king after another. Okay, jeneke kisuman niyom bamuni kore anile. Etia Durga Puja first time kone celebrate korile, Pratap Singhoi korile, and then laheke conversion start hoi jabo. Okay, so he tetia ki hobo aru Hindu title প্ৰথম কোনে ললে মই লাস্ট ক্লাছত কৈ গৈছিলো কোন আছিল সুহুংমু নামটো কি আছিল এই টাইটেলটোৰ নাম কি বুলি জানো আমি স্বৰ্গ নাৰায়ণ বুলি হয় নাই ওকে সো এইবোৰ বস্তু আমি অলপ মনত থোৱা উচিত এতিয়া প্ৰতাপ সিংহয়ে এদিন এজন মানুহ দেখিলে ওকে সো তেখেতে প্ৰতাপ সিংহই দেখিলে কি তেখেতে ইমান ধুনিয়াকে তামুল বাৰী অৰ্গানাইজ কৰি থৈ দিছে Okay, iman bhal ke mane sob sofa ke structured way he kept those bitilnat mane he took care and heneke rui pine thoi disile so Pratap Singh he was quite impressed kun hoy eneke iman dhuniya ke rakhise boli etia khobor kori mili gom pale ki manu ejon asile and he manu jonor momaik hoy okay momaikor naam ki hoy Sikuti boli naam to asile Sikuti. Okay. Aru Sikuti mane he manujoner পৰা অলপ ধাৰ লৈছিলে পইচা ধাৰ লৈছিলে আৰু পইচাটো ধাৰ কেনেকে Sikuti বস্তুটো ৰিটাৰ্ণ কৰিম বুলি কৈছিলে by taking care of those tamul trees কিন্তু ধাৰটো কেতিয়াবাতে খতম হৈ গল তথাপিও Sikuti is to take care of it okay so heneke মানে Sikuti যেন he manujoner যে মমাইক আছিলে আৰু তামুলৰ কেয়াৰ কৰিছিলে তো হেকানে Sikutir নাম কি পৰিলে মমাই তামুলি বুলি পৰিলে ওকে সো যেতিয়া প্ৰতাপ সিংহই দেখিলে কি মানুহজন ইমান বেছি মানে অলপ বহুত নলেজেবল হয় বহুত বেছি বস্তুবোৰ অৰ্গানাইজড হয় সো ফাইনালি প্ৰতাপ সিংহ brought him to the Ahom court and asked Sikuti to take care of the Ahom garden royal garden okay and that's how finally Momai Tamuli and Pratap Singh, they came together. They made so many policies together, so many changes together. Hoy nai. Etia aru ki amak yate koise. The other thing is that ki etu time out laheke Kush kingdom to decay arambho hoi goisile. Arambho hoi joa mane enukwa nohoy the Kush kingdom has already became very weak and it was kind of into eta তেখেতলু কি আছিল এটা বাফার জোন হিসাবে আছিল between whom the Ahoms and the Mughals হয় না তো আমি যদি এটা আমাৰ ইন্ডিয়া ম্যাপ খন ড্র কৰো আমি স্পেশালি if we draw from the Assam side this is just pictorial তুমি যদি এটু সোয়া ওকে এটু আমার নর্থ ইস্টার্ন সাইড বুলি ধৰি লোৱা এইটো আমাৰ আহোম কিংডম আছিল হেতনে হয় না ইতনে তোমাৰ আধা এই কুশ কিংডম আছিল ওকে আজিকালি আধা জনেকে বেঙ্গললৈ গুছি গল আধা আমাৰ ইতনে আহি গল আমাৰ সাইডে আহি গল আৰু এইটো দিল্লী সাইডে তুমি ধৰি লোৱা মোগল আছিল নাও কি হল আফটাৰ Naranarayan died Kush kingdom খন দুভাগ হৈ গল হয় নাই কুচ হাজু আৰু কুচ বিহাৰৰ পৰা এণ্ড সেইকাৰণে যেতিয়া ইণ্টাৰনেল কনফ্লিক্ট ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈ যায় এখন ৰাজ্যটো উইক হৈ যায় হেনেকে তো এইবোৰ মানে এটো বেলেগ এদিন আমি যেতিয়া কুচৰ বিষয়ে ডিসকাস কৰিম তেতিয়া ইলাবৰেটলি কৰিম বাৰু ইন ডিটেইল বাট এতিয়া জানি থোৱা কি ফাইনালি কি হ'ল কি কুচ কিংডমটো মুগলৰ আন্ডাৰত আহি গ'ল one part of Kuch kingdom went with the Mughals আৰু বাকি যোনবোৰ আছিলে লাহেকে অলপ আহোমৰ লগতো মানে টেৰিটৰিলো আহি গৈছে ওকে তো এতিয়া এটো মুগল হয় এটো কুচ হয় আৰু এয়া আহোমছ হয় নাও প্ৰবলেমটো এতিয়া আগতে কেনেকে আছিলে এয়া বাফাৰ জোন হিচাপে কাম কৰি আছিলে হয় নাই so the Ahoms and Mughals never came into a direct conflict okay but jetia Kuch kingdom to annex kori lole adha aru olop etne gusi gol now they share a common boundary and you can see that both this kingdom the Mughals okay both this kingdom the Mughals and the Ahoms both of them were strong powerful during that time okay so etia jodi they share a common boundary and both of them are powerful so of course conflicts will start hoy nai to heneke bahut you know for the first time Ahoms and the Mughals they come face to face okay they finally start their long journey ahead of wars and battles hoy nai bahut deri loke mane bahut pisor loke hoi gol hoi thikile now what happened is etia conflict bahut bosor susenpa thakote bahut bosor hoi thikile kisman Ahoms lake jikise kisman Mughals lake jikise horu hura battles for example Dumuni Sila asile enoka horu hura battles kobat Ahome jikise kobat aru he Dumuni Sila battle kune command korisile janane Momai Tamulie korisile Ahom jikile okay to henoka battles bur golote pisot dekhile ki iman bosor par hoi gose 12 bosor man and both of the parties were exhausted resources exhaust hoi gose army manubur the army men they were losing their life so dui party karne mane bahut loss and finally they realized and after that they said let aru noaru aru we need to stop so tarpsot eta treaty ki korile treaty of Okhuror Ali okay treaty of Okhuror Ali sign hol okay treaty of Okhuror Ali time on ki sign hol amar boundaries bur demarcate kora hol okay which one will be on the side of the Mughals and which one will be side on the of the Ahoms okay treaty to ketia hoisile pahori na jaba 1639 ot hoisile oh yes 1639 that's when the treaty of Okhuror Ali was signed amar pinopa kun goisile Momai Tamuli goisile from the side of the Ahoms and from their side who came Allah Yar Khan okay so that's how for some time this treaty stopped the conflict okay but this was just the beginning okay aru eneke bahut enoka conflict eneke hobole asile now we come back to the point etia Momai Tamuli logot mili Pratap Singhoy ta bahut dangor eta change anisile and what do we call that the pike system and who is the architect of pike system Momai Tamuli is the architect of pike system okay he is the one who framed the pike system our pike এই শব্দটো আহিছে তোমাৰ পদাতিকা পৰা okay it's a Sanskrit word padatika which means foot soldiers okay so pike system or ki kaam asile okay what was pike system so pike system or ki hoy ki junbur males hoy from the age of 15 to 50 years what they used to do they used to render service to the state okay they used to render service to the king aru a service to ki hoy compulsory service hoy ki once they attain of this age 15 years of age, that is any able bodied male, okay, they are supposed to work for the state, okay, or it can be any work. War time they'll work as soldiers, peace time they'll work as construction workers or manufacturing workers, okay. So hetu bostu tekhetluke nijor hisabe bhagai loisil. Aru pike system kenokra asile eta swa 4 pikes formed a unit called good. Mane pike mane ejon one labor, okay, or one soldier dhori loa, okay, one person mane. Ar ei bostu tu 4 jon pike mili eta good poa jay, okay. And a pike gur jar underot asile, okay, they used to have their own mane it used to be according to the numbers of the pike. For example, jar usot 20 jon pike asile ami tekhetok ki buli ko bora buli ko, jar usot 100 jon pike asile saikia buli ko, 1000 jon jar under pike kam korisile, that officer we used to call him as Hazarika, okay, or heneke fukon. So bostu eneke bahi bahi goi thake, okay. So these are the things. So etia kotha to ki hol pike system enoko system asile that contributed so much to the Ahom kingdom, okay. Ahom kingdom or jintu unnoti hol pike system or karone hol, kintu potonu kintu pike system or karone hol, because iman rigid system asile people did not have any personal freedom. If any pikes, okay, was found not mane ejon jodi kiba able body or capable kunuba enoka youth hoy june pike join kora nai, bahut severe and harsh punishment asile. Ba kunubai jodi lukwai thoise ghorot ki you know there is this able bodied boy and who has attained the age of 15 but you know hasn't joined the pike system yet, gute poriyal manhoko bahut mane heavy punishment disile, okay. And because people had no personal liberty in choosing their occupation, pike system or mote they are supposed to render service for the state, mane they are supposed to render service for the state, irrespective whether they wanted to become some musician mane nas kanot mabo bicharise art of nothing as such. Pike system mane pike system tate mabo lagibo tekhetlu, okay. Etia pike system tekhetlu ki disile dui pura ga mati, mane every pike had dui pura mati allotted to their names. Now this dui pura mati is not hereditary, okay. So after this pike his son will get or his grandson will get, no, nothing like that. It was not transferable, it was not hereditary. A power to pike or usort nasile, okay. So these are few of the things that that came with pike system. The other thing ki hoy etia pike system or jeneke koisu ki pike system or kane Ahom kingdom bahut rise hoisile, and because of that the downfall of the Ahom kingdom, one of the reasons of the downfall of the Ahom kingdom was also pike system. Jeneke advantages ki asile, it no huge army needed, beleke army na lagisile, junbur pikes hoy in the time of war they were turned into soldiers, hoy na. And so that means there was optimum utilization of the people out there. Manaswa, the same person soldier who hoy, the same person construction worker who hoy, mane peace time kiba dolong bridges banabo ba kiba rasta banabo ba other hetu noholeo manufacturing koribo jenike bows and arrows and other important junu bostu asile, okay, for sustenance. Then aru ki beleke extra huge army maintain koriba dorkare nai, standing militia eta emergency koisu pike system. These are the thing about the same people doing multiple tasks in multiple you know in times, okay, according to the situation tekhetor ji you know whatever they needed to do they would do that. And that's what the thing is that a system to karne bahut manhor mane ki kore, there was one thing that if somebody joined a hotro, okay, hotros jodi kunba join kore tenhole pike system or heavy pike system or under nahilo hobo mane, they did not have to render any services, they will not be counted as pikes. So সেইকাৰণে বহুত মানুহ সত্ৰও জয়েন কৰি লৈছিলে ওকে আৰু পিছত কি হ'ল সত্ৰছবোৰো বহুত পাৱাৰফুল হৈ গ'ল it was a state within a state মানে সত্ৰছবোৰৰ আন্ডাৰত ইমানেই মানে মানুহ সোমাই গ'ল কি এনেকুৱা হৈ গ'ল কি ষ্টেট এখনৰ ভিতৰত আৰু এখন বেলেগে মানে ষ্টেট আছে য'ত একে এডমিনিষ্ট্ৰেশ্যন চলি আছে একে ল চলি আছে হেনেকুৱা ওকে সো এতিয়া কি হল ডিসএডভান্টেজেস কি আছে ক্লাস ইনইকুয়ালিটি আছে নাও এতিয়া পাইক সিস্টেমত কি আছিলে দুটা টাইপ অফ পাইকস আছিলে এটা হল কাংৰি এন্ড দি আদার ওয়ান ইজ চামুয়া নাও দ্য চামুয়া পাইকস তেখেতলোকে কি কৰে they did not render physical labor okay they were not part of the army they were not part of any construction work or anything but they were kind of affluent merchant class so tekhete eta they used to pay tax okay some amount of tax pay kori diye and that would free them from the pike system okay kintu kangri pikes were like the normal pikes mo junbur ei agote bujai goisilu it's the same thing as the normal pikes they'll render services to the state irrespective okay now etia hol no trade now etia moi juntu koisu ki baki ahom juntu administration hoy baki occupations lakor karone heneke jegai nasile trade and commerce ba kiba henakwa and that's the reason why bahut later stage ote you'll see the ahoms ba bahut katsit ahom roja saba ki bele kingdom or logot kiba trade and commerce hok ba kiba enakwa diplomatic ba heri korise in pan india level okay so eco trade but enakwa system nai the pikes cannot do or something on their own state ji kobo hetwe koribo lagibo then pikes bahut pikes nijor officers blake nijor personal use or karone rakha hol aru ketiaba mane ki hoy sutit jabole pikes blake they had to pay certain amount and because pikes ne ki poisa pae tekhetle he government of service render kore to tekhet look mane the pikes could not ki hobo they could not uplift their lifestyle okay standard of living to tekhet lokor মানে লোয়ে হৈ থাকিলে তেখেতলোকে নিজৰ স্ট্যান্ডার্ড অফ লিভিং টু আপলিফ্ট কৰিব নোৱাৰা হ'ল সো বহুত পাইক্স ডেট ট্ৰেপত ফসি গল মানে বহুত ধাৰ লাগি গল তো তেতিয়া মানে তেখেতলোক অলপ স্লেভলো কনভার্ট হৈ গল যাৰ পৰা ধাৰ লয় তেখেতলোকে ওকে যাৰ বা তেখেতলোকে যোনটো ডেট লয় so because they are not able to pay the debt okay they becomes what slaves of the money lenders as such okay so these were the disadvantages so like I said the very pike system that uplifted the Ahom kingdom was also the same pike system jar karone Ahom kingdom or potono hol okay so now a Susenfa time out aru eta hoisile ki tribal junbur chief hoy ba tribal manu junbur usre paje hill areas junbur asile bahut besi raids korisile okay raids so Susenfa bhabile ki rather than using violence why can't we go for something diplomatic okay that would be useful for all of us now eta Susenfa mo koisil na buddhist Narayan bole ene teketa koa nasile so he always is to find diplomatic ways okay how to not do things without any violence is to find diplomatic ways bostu mane sobor karone jate convenient hoy okay so tetia tekhete ki uliale kosa system uliale it's like a tribal appeasement so tribal black rather than coming and raiding the Ahom areas what the Ahom king he did mane marketplace settle kori dile so tate exchange barter system hoi gol ki tribals black jodi kiba lage ahe tribals black pa junbur paharor pa kisman bostu ahe teketloke Ahoms black pa use hoy to heneke tumar posa system arambho hol okay it's like a appeasement of the tribal junbur raids hoy ba junbur ebur loot hoy bahut kini extend hole tetia stop hoy so we'll do it but etia swa etia momai tamuli bikhoy to moi olop agote koi golue kun asile tekhet ki asile tekhet sukuti asile tekhetor time ot he was the one who looked after the royal garden aru ki hoise treaty of Okhuror Ali ki hoisile amar boundary to demarcate hoisile with whom with the Mughals Okay, so Treaty of Okhor Ali tumi etia jodi swa. Okay, etu jodi amar Ahom hoy. Eya Guwahati Rajgor buli je ami Guwahati Rajgor. Okay, etute tumar Treaty of Okhor Ali buli koa jay. Historians, some of the historians believe that a Rajgor roadote tumar demarcation to hoisil. Okay, so epine hogol Mughal side or baki a hogol Ahom side. Okay, Guwahati jintu Rajgor road ase etia present day he area loke demarcate kora goisil. All right, so hetute etu koa jay. That's when the boundaries were drawn between the Mughals and the Ahoms. Aru etia ki ase to Sukuti, that is Momai Tamuli, tekhete aru bostu kisman introduce korile administrative level ot. Jeneke for example village administration or karone tekhete kole ki every woman is supposed to weave their own clothes. Okay, nije sob ghore jate tator hal thake, sob ghorot jate pukhuri thake, mas thake nijor, sob ghorte jate tamul gos thake, sutal thake. So imagine still now there is in amar Ahomor jonbu villages hoy, you will still find the influence of whom? Momai Tamuli and his vision. Why not? It was Momai Tamuli's idea that every Assamese village, every Assamese house is supposed to have these certain things. Aru etia ki hol, just because every house has their own pukhuri, tamulor bari ba nijor nijor kapur bonai, what does it make? It makes the villages very self-sufficient. Why not? It was such a perfect idea. Just imagine, such a brilliant idea. Ki manubur tekhete manubur ki self-sufficient banabo bicharisile. That they did not have to rely on any other. Okay, so he impact to ami etiao dekho. The Assamese villages are so self-sufficient. Okay, so very quickly ami etu brush up koru. Etia laheke Pratap Singhor dhukale, but Momai Tamuli is still alive. Momai Tamuli is there. Aru Pratap Singhor dujon lora, ejonar pisot ejon ahile. Prothom ami kun ahile Surangfa ahile, jak ami Bhogaroja buli kau. Okay, jak ami ki buli kau? Bhogaroja. Do not be confused with Bhogonia Roja. Bhogonia Roja is a complete different chapter. This one is Bhogaroja. Ketia ahile tekhete 1641 to 44. 1641 to 1644. Now you see, unlike his father, he only ruled for 4 years, Gen 10. Our naam to Bhogaroja boli ami janu. Kyo? Karon his tekhetor junto hahon bhar hoy nohoy, hahon majote bhangi dia gusile mane. Because he was very incompetent. Deutakor nisna iman efficient nasile. Iman bhal administrator nasile, iman bhal roja nasile. So tekhetor sombhalibo para nasile mane. So baki nobles bo ministers like discuss korile kori meli, they asked him to step down. Okay, so tekhetor he hahon kahaldu e majote rokhai pine mane bhagi dile, he karone Bhogaroja boli koa jay tekhetor naam. Okay, and what was his name? Suramfa. Okay, elder son of Susenfa. Pratap Singhor tar pisot ahile Sutinfa. Now Sutinfa logot ki hol eke, Sutinfa besi bosor nokorile, Sutinfa tumar 4 bosore rule korile. Okay, even Sutinfa ruled for 4 years. Aur Sutinfa ki boli ami janu? Noria Roja boli janu. Kyo Noria Roja mane ki? Manujon olop bemari asile. Okay, so even he could not rule for long. Manujon olop bemari asile, bor ga olop beai hoi thake pray. Hekane tekhetor naam manuhe Noria Roja boli koy. Okay, so for today we have discussed this much, and tomorrow again I'll come back with another video regarding Jayadhaj, and this is also another extremely important chapter of our history. Okay, so ami olop elaborately hikim, bhalke hikim. Okay, thik ase tenahole. Good day.